is I want to stop him thrusting his arm forward. The first danger is it's going to be this first one. Go on, stab him. Yeah, he needs his shoulder forward and he needs his wrist going. His shoulder is coming from here. Power comes from here. Go on, stab him. Go on, get a bit harder. Yeah. So you see how it's his shoulder comes forward? Everyone see that? Shoulder comes forward and the wrist. So this is why I'm doing this to begin with. I'm blocking him. I get my weight in, I get to the 2-on-1. What do I need to do now?
Pull it down.
Pull what down?
His arm down to stop it from bending.
No. I'm not pulling his arm down, so I'm taking his arm up. Yeah? What goes down instead? What goes down?
His face.
Yeah, because I'm... Yeah, the shoulder goes down and the wrist goes up like I'm looking at my watch. Yeah? I'm going to kick his leg, take him down, and from here I'm going to try and break his arm. Now, when you're doing this, it's a tap, right? If he doesn't tap, his arm might pop. So it's important that he gets ready to say tap at any point in this. I don't want him hurting his shoulder, I don't want him hurting his elbow. But look, all I do is I take this down and I lift his wrist up, I just take him to the ground. And in the end, he can either let go of the knife, he can tap, he can whatever. You okay? So he's let go. Yeah? So I've taken that all the way down, his wrist up. And once I've got him at that point, there's not much he can do. Do I ever touch the knife to take it out of his hand? No.
Because it can cut you.
It can cut you, it just introduces a risk that's just not worth it. And you could be speaking to this point and saying to them, I'm going to break your arm. If you don't let go of the knife, I'm going to break your arm. And you break their arm. And you're still trying to break their arm anyway. Because you want them to give up the knife. But if it gets them to let go of the knife by telling them you're going to break the arm, get them to drop the knife. What would you do if they then drop the knife?
Just carry on. Just carry on and snap it.
Yeah, I think so. It doesn't matter that you're lying to them. This doesn't matter now. They've tried to attack you with a knife. You need to really now stop them coming back. First thing I would do is try and finish that arm lock in reality. Even if they drop the knife, stab. And then I would start trying to choke them. But I don't want them anywhere near that knife. And we don't want them returning to the knife either. If we ran off at that point, I don't think that's a particularly good option either. Because we've got the knife away from them. We've been successful all the way through getting the knife off them. Now's the time to start laying into them. They need to be incapacitated. Yeah, choke them out, put them unconscious, and then deal with the situation. Yeah.
Why don't you break their arm, then pick up
The thing is, what you don't want to do really, if somebody has tried to stab you, you really want to make sure they're not coming back for a bit. Yeah, so you think about our rear naked choke, if we get our chokes.
I don't think they would if you broke their arm.
You don't know.
They could.
People have different pain tolerances as well. You think if somebody's full of adrenaline as well, frankly, quite often in competitions, people get their arms snapped and they don't tap. They just keep going. So I wouldn't assume anything about that just because you've injured them, they're going to stop. They might be angry that you broke their arm and go for the knife again. Yeah? So
do you leave the knife there, or do you just take it?
If you've made them drop the knife and the knife is now out of it, we now want to get them away from the knife and we want to pin them. And then we want to start, basically. We never want to allow them back to that, but we really want to put them out. Yeah.
They probably have more knives at home.
They'd have to go home to get them.
They
So,
have to run home.
Don't stab them with the knife or broken arm.
the problem with stabbing them with the knife is that then you can be prosecuted for it. If the knife has been dropped and then you stab somebody with a knife that's been dropped, you're going to end up going to jail.
But wouldn't it be their fault if they got stabbed?
Yeah, but the law doesn't care. Yeah. So that's the thing. We just want to keep them away. So one more time on this. We've got off a little bit, but one more time on this. So everyone's got a knife. I'll go back through it. So I'm blocking that shoulder. If I take a stab, it doesn't matter. I'm still going to follow through my sequence no matter what. I get all the way through to here in my 2-on-1. I want to kick their leg back. If they're escaping their leg, I'll walk their leg into it. I'm just going to take them down. I'm keeping the wrist up and the shoulder down. And just basically, I'm going to keep putting pressure on his shoulder, lifting his wrist, and he's tapped. Yeah? And because we're training, that's fine. Obviously, tapping, he knows it's going to break. Everyone got it? Yeah, let's give it a go. Let's